Assalamualaikum and hi, my name is Muhammad Hamizan Muhammad Isa, metric number 280453. I will start the presentation with the introduction. COVID-19 pandemic surely give a huge impact on business environment. Many people are losing their job and many businesses are shutting down. For this project, we are trying to help the industri Keropok Dunia Nobah Sdn Berhad, an SME company which is operating in food and beverage industry. We will help them to overcome their problem, give them a few solutions, and a suggestion for them to make their business better for the future.
Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. My name is Nur Iwani binti Abdul Hafiz, metric number 281436, and I will explain about case background. Industri Keropok Dunia Nobah Sdn Berhad was established in 2004. Nobah is a fast food and frozen food brand that sells keropok leko, popiah otak-otak, sardines, and also sauce. The founder of industri Keropok Dunia Nobah is Nordin Hashim, and he is 50 years old. He funded around 98,000 ringgit to expand his business, and he also received 30,000 ringgit from Mara for packaging and 300,000 ringgit from Jabatan Perikanan for processing machines. Nobah is a Muslim brand that located in Shah Alam, Selangor. The objectives of industri Keropok Dunia Nobah are to penetrate overseas market and also enter Bursa Malaysia. Industri Keropok Dunia Nobah currently have two branches. One is in Shah Alam and another one is in Cemur, Perak. The one in Shah Alam is for keropok leko processing, while the one in Perak is to make fish-based products such as fish ball, sauce, and also popiah. Some of their products now available in Singapore, China, and also Brunei, and they also hope to enter the Dubai market in the near future. Industri Keropok Dunia Nobah currently have total of 80 employees from its two branches, and they also have a big numbers of agents all around Malaysia to help them sell their product. Keropok Leko Nobah is the supplier for NSK, Ayam Mas, and also Old Time White Coffee. And their products can also be found in supermarkets all over Malaysia such as Giant, Maidin, Billion, Aneka, and Yawata. Industri Keropok Dunia Nobah also have social media platforms such as Facebook and Instagram, and they basically do all the promotions through their social media platforms. And that's all from me. Thank you.
Assalamualaikum and hello, my name is Intan Fadila binti Mahfud and matrix number is 280281. Now, I will explain the operating issue and solutions. For the operating issues, first is lack of labor. The problem that faced by industry Keropok Dunia companies is lack of labor. The cause that leads to this situation is because society can be very picky when it comes to choosing their career. Not everyone will be willing to work in the production industry such as factories. The mindset of society in choosing jobs will cause company to the lack of labor. The next possibility is because of COVID-19 pandemic, many people would rather choose the work of online such as study and online business. When the first phase of pandemic happens, company need to cut down the cost in the expenses in order to survive in the hard food situation due to COVID-19 pandemic. Therefore, company fire some workers so that it will cut down on some of their expenses. But after the first phase of pandemic and economy started to open back, the company faced problems in finding new workers to replace the emptiness of manpower. Other than that, the lack of raw material from supplier is one of the face problems that industry Keropok Dunia companies go through. Since COVID-19 pandemic happened, many industries have struggled with their material sources since everyone is under movement restriction order. Therefore, suppliers are going through difficulties in finding new resources for keeping the momentum in supplying raw material to their clients. This condition will automatically affect industry Keropok Dunia companies' raw material and will continue to affect their inventory production. Due to this situation, the company has been forced to slow down their production since the company lacks of raw materials. For the first solution that can overcome the problem is to promote job vacancy online. This could be the best way because now is a globalization era where everything can get online. So, online is the best platform to promote job vacancies so that this job could reach as many people as possible. Companies also may leave their information details online so people will easily contact the companies if they find the job is suitable for them. Platforms that companies should consider promoting are such as Facebook, Majora, Jobstream, etc. Besides, promoting jobs in newspaper will not be so relevant because nowadays there are fewer people that read newspaper that even harder to find people to find jobs in newspaper again. Other than that, the solution that companies should apply to their company is to find some new supplier company to overcome the lack of raw material issues. This is important because COVID-19 pandemic, many suppliers have been affected and have difficulty fulfilling their clients' needs. It could be a backup plan as well in the case company main supplier will face same problem in the future. So the company should not worry if their operation will be affected again in the future. On top of that, this could be give company new chances to find and compare the cost of the raw material and quality in order to cut down the cost in expenses and maintain their product quality. It is very important because the quality of goods will make the customer loyal to their brand and will make even more new customers from their recommendation. Thus, company will make even more profit and could cover back their losses in the past due to the pandemic condition. Thank you.
Assalamualaikum. My name is Songpati Syafiqah binti Jamaris. My metric number 279511. I will explain the problem that faced by the industry corporate junior company and the solution that can solve the problem. The problem that faced by the industry corporate junior is increase in raw materials prices and product approval to penetrate large market. And the solution to solve the problem is do an analysis or survey to see which products are the best selling in market and implement and practice all the elements of GMP content in the Malaysian standard MS1514 good manufacturing practice. First of all, I will explain the problem that is faced by the industry corporate junior company. The third problem that faced by the industry corporate junior is increase in raw material prices. In the face of increasing challenging globalization, Malaysia can escape the shackles of inflation. Especially during the COVID-19 pandemic, there were businesses that suffered losses due to the movement control order carried out by the government, causing the people to stay at home to reduce COVID-19 cases in Malaysia. As a result, most suppliers raised the price of raw materials because they are limited and hard to get. This problem not only affects the supplier but also the trader who get the raw material through the supplier. The increase in the price of raw material from supplier has caused traders to experience difficulty in the production process of product. This is because the increase in raw material prices causes traders to have to bear higher purchase costs. This problem also causes traders to have to increase the price of their product to cover the rising purchase costs. Last but not least, product approval to penetrate large market, also the problem that faced by the industry corporate junior company. Currently, the food processing industry in Malaysia is growing rapidly. Most small and medium enterprise (SME) are not able to export their product to overseas because the quality of their product is on par with international brands. However, there are some companies that find it difficult to get approval because the time of process the application takes a long time. For example, it can take about 1 year or more. This makes it difficult for traders to market and export their product to global market. This approval is very important for a business to grow their business and market their product globally. To get the approval, each business must follow the conditions that have been set to launch the application process. Next, I will explain the solution that can solve that problem. The solution that can be taken by industry corporate junior company to overcome the problem of rising raw material prices is that they can make an analysis of their product. This main purpose of conducting this analysis or survey is to identify the best-selling product and get the highest demand in market. Therefore, they can focus on the production of products that have a higher demand in market and reduce the production of products that are less in demand by customers. This measure greatly helps the trader from face the higher purchase cost that can result in losses to their company. In addition, they can also reduce the cost of purchasing raw materials, which is increasing necessity and increase the profit. Every business definitely have a goal to reduce costs and increase their profit. Therefore, they need to be smart in solving a problem faced in the business in order to provide a profit to their company. Next, implementing and adopting all the elements of GMP contained in the Malaysia Standard MS1514, good manufacturing practice GMP is also a solution to overcome the problem faced by the industry corporate junior company. This is because this product approval certificate is very important and very necessary for a business to develop and export their product to the global market. This certification product involves adequacy audit, compliance and monitoring by auditor appointed by the Food Safety and Quality Division. The certification is intended to give recognition to food premise that implement GMP. This recognition will increase consumer confidence in the product produced and assist the industry in expanding their market. Among the benefits obtained through GMP certification is to improve the standard of the food industry, especially small and medium industry to be able to compete globally, facilitate the industry to gain recognition in dealing with financial agency and method of incentive or financial assistance, ensure the industry complies with standard at the domestic level and abroad, and increase market and consumer confidence in product through the use of GMP logo on food product level, and the last one enhance the credibility and image of the food industry and facilitate in obtain health certification and other export certification. That's all from me. Thank you.
Okay, Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh and good morning. My name is Raudatul Syafiqah binti Ibrahim, matric number 280599. Okay, today I will continue with the next section, which is discussion and recommendation. Based on the finding through the interview session with industry keropok dunia Nobel and the weaknesses or problems identified above in section C, we can roughly say that most of the problems faced by them are caused by the COVID-19 pandemic. We can also see that there are significant changes in their comprehensive income statement for the current year compared to the previous year, where there are decreases in net profit of industry keropok dunia Nobel. These changes might happen due to the problems stated above, such as the inefficient amount of manpower and raw material supply. Also, do not forget the significant increase in raw material prices in the market. All these problems give a great pressure to the company along with their aim to be able to get product approval to penetrate a large market. Industry keropok dunia Nobel also mentioned in their interview that they always provide a yearly budgeting and forecasting and also financial statement at the end of each reporting period. Nevertheless, they are unable to increase their profit for the current year due to those problems. Okay, after further discussion with group members, we decide to recommend that industry keropok dunia Nobel should make quarterly budgeting and forecasting instead of just doing it yearly. Quarter budget and forecast is made every 3 months. By doing so, management of industry keropok dunia Nobel will be able to have a clear vision on estimates of short-term operating process, thus providing more precise and accurate short-term decision and future planning. So, why is this quarter budget and forecast are very important and how it can help the industry keropok dunia Nobel regarding their problems? Okay, first, if we use the quarter budget and forecast, the planning and decision will be focused on the next 3 months of operation. Hence, we can make critical decisions such as the amount of labor needed in each department of the factory.
This will increase the productivity of each labor and can prevent labor waste or heavy bond workers. Other than that, the quarter budget and forecast also help management to analyze raw materials needed for the next quarter while surveying which supplier will offer more affordable raw material prices for the next quarter of productions, since those prices are constantly changing. Therefore, we can limit the raw material use and prevent wastage of product. We can also avoid incurring too much cost to buy raw material for that particular quarter compared to other quarters. Regarding the company aims to target a much larger market, quarter budgeting can help to maintain an efficient production and effective decision making, adjusting the amount of cash spent and increasing marketing strategies to expand sales. There are a few aspects that need to be considered by industri keropok dunia Nobel while preparing their budgeting and forecasting, which is that management need to communicate with every department and units throughout the entire operating process, early and often, since it will affect all aspects of the business. When all communication are open and available, then we will be able to prepare a realistic budgeting and forecasting which will help to minimize issues and ensure the alignment between company operating and organizational strategies. The preparation of budgeting and forecasting also need to involve the entire organization from top management to lower management like department managers and employees. This is important to ensure that all department and units understand their role as a part of the entire organization in making profit, and to have a clearer vision on where the company is now and where they can be in the future. Okay, I think that's all from me. Thank you.
For the conclusion, there are 4 ways for them to overcome their main problem. First is to promote their job vacancy online, adding new supplier, do analysis on the market about the product, and follow the guideline provided by Malaysian Standard MS1514, Good Manufacturing Practice in producing their product. We also suggest them to make a quarterly budgeting and forecasting in order to help the company on the right track. This process also should involve the entire company staff to make sure everyone knows their main objective on a certain period. We hope with this project we can help them to improve their working culture, improve their company to make sure they become a better company to compete other huge company in F&B industry for this period and also for the future. That's all from us. Thank you.